we've got a great one in store between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Atlanta Falcons. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. The 20, 10, touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman, 76 yards. And the Falcons have taken the early lead.
Well, this has been a quick strike offense all season long, finding many different ways to manufacture big plays.
They had a big playoff preview today in the papers, and it was about who would set the tone. Well, they just set the tone right there. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Here's Bosher to kick it away. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now a first carry for Donnell Pumphrey. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. On 2nd down, here's Wentz. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 30 yards there. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. He's going to air one out. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Michael Gallup, 45 yards. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
Elliott good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open. Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it. Because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So after the penalty, here's 2nd and 3.
Now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
After the penalty, here's Freeman. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. Oh, he's got some breathing room. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Timmy Jernigan. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Detroit! Detroit!
Looking to throw. It's caught. Jones. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And he's got room. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Falcons are in for 6. Bryant's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Here's Bosher to kick it away. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Winston, the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They start on the ground with Pumphrey. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Now Wentz. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Grady Jarrett able to get in there and take him down for a loss of 3. I know some of the talk after last week's loss was the O-line struggles. They gave up 4 sacks. He got hit here and taken down again, so that's something to monitor.
It is something to monitor, but they've got to help their offensive line out. Maybe a little bit different play calling, right? Draws, screens, get the ball out of the quarterback's hands quicker, maybe some quick game passes. All of that to try and help.
Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down the score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He goes underneath to Freeman. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now he's flushed out left. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Well, when he feels the pressure, naturally he likes going to his left, as most left-handed quarterbacks do. But this time he tries to let this go on the run, and it's going to wind up getting intercepted.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. He got 29 yards that time. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice,
under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out. Working from the gun, Wentz. His throw caught right around the 6. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a 1st down as well.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the 2nd quarter, it has been a struggle. Call it no gain on the play, so no help there. And now 4th and goal. And Elliott puts this one through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Atlanta now coming out on the field.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. A handoff, Devontae Freeman. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. They'll look to throw here. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he's got Moncrief. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Leopard! Leopard!
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
They run. Devontae Freeman. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuck that one behind the line of scrimmage.
He'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jones. A minute 57 to go in this first half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. Here's Freeman. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Now the pitch to Freeman. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Gun! 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 Gun!
They toss to Freeman. And they can't bring him down. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Gun! 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 Over! 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 Over!
This is Freeman. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Timmy Jernigan, the Florida State man, in on the stop.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The Falcons on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 10.
Watch him now, Barney.
Freeman at tailback. He's got it running left. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. And Bryant's kick is good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on that.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3 is just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting a 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
On first down, Wentz. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons, as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Now Wentz on third down. He's going to let one fly for... He's got a man complete. That goes as a gain of 36 on third down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, a trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. Out come the Eagles now, as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Wentz will try again on second down. Flushed out right. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, You're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of scheme going.
They'll run with a former Badger. It's Corey Clement. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the first down. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now Wentz. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Shotgun now for Wentz. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. It's a big play there for the Eagles. 43 yards.
So what's the old expression that quarterbacks like to use when they decide to throw the football? I'm looking for either a touchdown or a check down. And he took the check down on that play, and it worked almost to perfection.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They come out here in the eye. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. He'll get it up the middle, and he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. It's the fullback taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good, and that will level the playing field at 17 all. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle, into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. The rookie picked off the rookie.
And guess what? They're pretty familiar with each other. It's not like when I was growing up and the dinosaurs were roaming the earth and you heard about a guy somewhere. Now they run into each other at camps, going through high school ball, recruiting, college games, all-star games, you name it. A lot more familiarity with each other.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Wentz again here on 2nd and 10. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Tech McKinley in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
Shorty.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Being chased out left. Now he's going to go deep down. Looking for Tate, and it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. Timmy Jernigan in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. After the sack here, 2nd and 11.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw here. Eluding the pressure right. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. They'll drop to throw. Over to the right side, caught by Moncrief. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a 1st down for them, too.
Now Freeman, he's been busy today. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. So that one will be accepted.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And Jones has it over the middle. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Back now here on EA Sports. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. They're going to look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. In a tie game, fourth quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Dancing to his left. And he slides to avoid the hit. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Well, there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push. And what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
Gone!
Now back to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
They'll set up a throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Jones. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. But that'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another first down on the pickup of 5 yards. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Freeman. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Gone! Now let's go. 3-19.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw now on first down. That is caught inside the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. 2nd and goal, and the lone man in the backfield is Freeman. They'll look to run with Freeman. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. The extra point, a vital one, and he gets it to go. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
Great.
Now Wentz. Flush to his right. And the ball is knocked out. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Ram. Shorty. Black, come on. 82.
Wentz to throw. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Wentz. Now he's going to go up top over the middle. And got his man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And give him a gain of 37. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some space here. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Vic Beasley able to make the tackle. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. They go with Cunningham. And he stopped immediately there. And the Falcons going to use another timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
We can't be totally sure that that was by design, but we do know that a lot of kickers like the ball in the right hash in order to kick the field goal.
And the kick by Elliott is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. Well, sometimes you get a mismatch in these divisional round games. Not here. This has been everything we could have hoped for.
Okay, Brandon, don't get mad at me, but it's time for the old cliche.
Bring it.
Neither of these teams deserves to lose, but in the end, it's looking like the late field goal is going to be the difference in this game.
That's a good cliche. We'll let that one go. And here now come the Falcons. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking two plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary, but you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
Let's see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. Throw right side caught by Ridley. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And did he just clock that? Looked like he tried to stop the clock, but the clock wasn't even moving. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. 4 seconds to go. This would send us to overtime. And this one is right down the middle. And that's going to tie the ball game at 27-all. Overtime in a playoff game, awesome setup. Remember, the rules the same as they would be in the regular season.
That's exactly right, Brandon. Remember, the receiving team, if they score a touchdown, game is over. But if they kick a field goal or don't score, the other team gets a chance to get the football. They get a possession. If they go down and score, they win the football game at that point. If both teams kick field goals, we keep playing. If a defense scores, let's say the receiving team gets the ball, doesn't score, or they throw a pick six or fumble, gets picked up, the defense scores, game over. But here's the best part. In the regular season, only one period is played. We could call it a tie. Here, we're going to play until we have a winner.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. So the youngster able to use the legs to pick up the first.
And one of my pet peeves when they see this guy play, when Carson Wentz takes off running the football, I always hear people go, oh, he's sneaky athletic. No, he's athletic. Watch him do it. He's an integral part of the quarterback run game, and he gets it done very, very well.
You don't like sneaky athletic, do you? That's just kind of a jab in the back.
Yeah, not when it doesn't apply. I think that's a stereotype that needs to be broken down for him.
First throw of overtime for Wentz. He's going to let this one go deep. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A gain of 39 that time. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The tackle made there by Tack McKinley. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
In need of a 3rd and 10 conversion to keep this opening drive of OT alive. Working from the gun, Wentz. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
They're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the...
Now a hit and a loose football, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.